Something just happened inside the WNBA that almost nobody saw coming, and it has sent shockwaves to the league, the fans, and every major sports network in America. A moment so bizarre, so unexpected, and so unnecessary that people are still asking the same question. Why would a league do this now? Why would they risk upsetting the one player, keeping the spotlight on women's basketball? Because today's story isn't just another headline about Caitlin Clark. It's about a warning. A message sent directly from the WNBA to its biggest star, a star who has changed the league more in a single season than anyone in WNBA history. And the twist? This warning had absolutely nothing to do with basketball. No on-court behavior, no technical foul, no comment on social media. Caitlin Clark was officially warned by the WNBA for showing up at a charity golf event, and the backlash? Instant, nuclear, and still growing. Today, we're breaking down the real story behind what happened, why the league decided this appearance crossed a line, why fans are furious, and why insiders believe this moment could mark the beginning of the biggest power struggle the WNBA has ever seen. And trust me, once you hear the details, you'll understand why the situation is so much bigger than golf, logos, or appearances. This is about control, influence, and a superstar of the league may no longer be able to contain. Because Caitlin Clark isn't just changing the WNBA. She's breaking the structure that's held it together for 28 years. It all started during what was supposed to be a quiet week in the WNBA offseason. No schedule changes, no major trades, no controversies, just the usual calm before a new wave of signings and announcements. But Caitlin Clark, the 23-year-old phenom of the Indiana Fever, had other plans. She stepped away from the hardwood and onto a golf course. The LPGA Pro Celebrity Invitational is a huge charity event, a mix of PGA-level talent, entertainment figures, and athlete celebrities who show up to raise money, have fun, and compete in a laid-back format. And when Caitlin Clark arrived, she instantly became the star attraction. Cameras followed her everywhere. Fans lined up along the fairway. Commentators were blown away by how naturally she carried herself, laughing with other athletes, interacting with fans, and hitting drives that had everybody on social media talking. Clips of Caitlin swinging a driver in full Indiana Fever gear went viral in minutes. The hashtag Caitlin on the Green started trending across Instagram, TikTok, and X. It was wholesome. It was fun. It was great publicity for women's sports. And yet, just days later, Caitlin Clark received an official warning from the WNBA. Not a conversation, not a suggestion, not a quiet email, a formal warning. According to multiple insiders, the league claimed Caitlin participated in an unauthorized media appearance, that her golf appearance wasn't cleared, that she showed sponsor logos connected to her personal endorsement deals that conflict with the WNBA's official partners. And just like that, the league turned a charity appearance into a violation. Fans were furious, calling it petty, insecure, and embarrassing. Some accused the WNBA of trying to control every move Caitlin makes, as if her popularity has outgrown the boundaries the league is used to managing. Sports analysts questioned why the league wasn't celebrating the massive exposure she brought. And sponsors? Many were confused why a harmless charity event was suddenly a problem. But the deeper you go, the clearer it becomes. This warning wasn't about golf. It wasn't about logos. It wasn't even about rules. It was about control. Caitlin Clark's influence has exploded faster than the league could prepare for. Her jersey sales shattered records. Her games dominate TV ratings. Her NIL and sponsorship deals with Nike, State Farm, and Gatorade dwarf the partnerships of entire WNBA franchises. And even in the off-season, her appearances bring more attention than some WNBA games. To the league's front office, that level of independent star power is both inspiring and terrifying. Think about this. Caitlin Clark is just a rookie. She hasn't even played 2 full seasons in the WNBA, and yet she is already outperforming marketing numbers that took other stars over a decade to build. When she makes an appearance, the cameras follow her, not the league. When she posts on social media, brands sprint to partner with her. When she steps onto a golf course in Indiana Fever gear, she generates more national buzz than the league's official campaigns. So when she appeared at the LPGA event wearing small logos of her personal sponsors, logos that weren't WNBA approved, the league called it a violation of their promotional conduct policy. They wanted her to get approval before attending. They wanted to control the sponsorship visibility. They wanted to make sure no brand got free exposure unless the league agreed to it. Multiple insiders said the league's marketing partners felt overshadowed by Caitlyn's personal endorsements. Her deals are so massive that sponsors who have invested heavily in the WNBA worry they'll be forgotten or replaced by the Caitlyn Clark economy that is rapidly forming around her. The warning wasn't a punishment. It was a reminder, a message, don't forget who controls the league moment. But here's the thing, fans saw right through it. The backlash was immediate and brutal. Fans accused the league of targeting Caitlyn unfairly, especially when the WNBA still struggles with attendance, ratings, and overall exposure. They argued that Caitlyn Clark has done more to grow the WNBA in one season than some executives have accomplished in an entire decade. One fan wrote, "They should be thanking her for all the free publicity, not punishing her for playing golf." Another said, "The WNBA didn't care about marketing until Caitlyn Clark arrived. Now suddenly they're strict about sponsorships." And they have a point. NBA stars appear in celebrity golf tournaments every summer. Steph Curry competes in 2 or 3 events a year wearing Under Armour logos the size of billboards. Not once has the NBA issued a warning. Not once have they treated their stars like liabilities. So why is Caitlyn Clark being held to a different standard? Analysts believe the real answer is visibility. No WNBA rookie ever has generated this kind of global attention. Her presence at the golf event proved that she doesn't need the WNBA to shine, that she can cross into other sports worlds and still dominate the spotlight. And that terrifies certain decision makers in the league. Because if Caitlyn Clark can bring national headlines without the WNBA, how long before she becomes bigger than the league itself? Inside the Indiana Fever locker room, her teammates reportedly backed her instantly. They saw the warning as unnecessary. Veteran players reassured her that public appearances come with growing pains. Even head coach Christy Sides joked, "If Caitlyn wants to play golf again, we'll all go cheer for her." Not everyone across the league felt so supportive. Some players from rival teams quietly expressed frustration. One veteran supposedly told a reporter, "We've been doing community events for years. When Caitlyn does it, suddenly it's a national story." That quote reveals something important. The divide between the old era of the WNBA and the new one Caitlyn Clark represents. The truth is simple. Caitlyn Clark is redefining what a women's basketball star looks like. She's not just a player. She's a brand, a marketing force, a cultural icon. And that level of influence always causes friction, especially when money enters the conversation. Caitlyn Clark sponsors have poured millions into promoting her brand. The LPGA charity event was part of a partnership between Nike and the LPGA, 2 organizations that want Caitlyn front and center. By attending, she fulfilled sponsorship obligations while also supporting a charity initiative. But the WNBA saw it differently. Because she wore Indiana Fever gear, they classified the appearance as unofficial league promotion, which means Caitlyn was supposed to get approval first. The league believes it should get a cut of any major media attention involving players using WNBA branding. That is why insiders believe this wasn't about golf. It was about who profits from Caitlyn Clark's public presence. Sports media ran with the story immediately. ESPN debated it. Fox Sports questioned it. Bleacher Report covered it from multiple angles. Even Golf Digest chimed in. Some called it harmless. Some called it proof of league insecurity. But polls across social media showed a staggering 82% of fans believe the WNBA overreacted. NBA players even weighed in. One anonymous star said, "If she's helping grow the game, why stop her? The league should be paying her to show up, not warning her." And that's where this story takes an interesting turn. Despite the warning, Caitlyn Clark reportedly has zero plans to change her behavior. She still intends to appear at charity events. She still plans to participate in celebrity golf challenges. She still plans to honor her sponsorship commitments. Because in her mind, she didn't do anything wrong. Her response was classy and calm. She didn't attack the league. She didn't throw anybody under the bus. She simply said, "I've always loved competing, no matter the sport. I'm focused on representing my team, my sponsors, and the fans the right way." But behind closed doors, sources say she was confused and frustrated. She told friends, "It feels like they want to keep me in a box, but that's not who I am." Those words went viral instantly. "Keep me in a box" became a rallying cry. Fans plastered it everywhere. Memes, t-shirts, tweets, TikToks, comments calling out the league's insecurity. Because, at the end of the day, this is the truth. You cannot box in a star like Caitlin Clark. You cannot contain someone who is already bigger than any system built to hold her. You can only hope to keep up with her. Her influence is too great. Her fan base too strong. Her brand too powerful. Whether the WNBA likes it or not, Caitlin Clark is leading the league into a new era. An era where players are not just athletes, they're global brands. Where visibility, sponsorships, and cross-sport appearances are part of the new reality. The league can choose to embrace it or fight it, but they cannot stop it. Because the moment a charity golf appearance becomes national news, the moment a rookie player creates more conversation than the league itself, the moment fans side with a star instead of the front office, that is the moment you realize Caitlin Clark has transcended the sport. Basketball made her famous, but now she's something bigger. She's a phenomenon. And this warning from the WNBA, if anything, it only proves how important she truly is. So now the question goes to you. Was the WNBA fair in issuing the warning? Or did they just reveal their insecurity? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if you support Caitlin's journey. And make sure you subscribe to Courtside Drama, because this story is far from over.